right, so good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Good.
If you don't mind, can you just tell us your name real fast and how long you've been working with QCS?
Tracey Edwards, originally since 2002.
Oh, you got a long time right here.
Yeah,
So how do you like working with QCS?
love it.
You love it? And were you always a courier or?
Talk a little louder.
I've always been in pretty much logistics, transportation. I do delivery driver, other courier service type work, like FedEx and DHL, so I just like driving.
Okay. And like driving, that's a lot of people, I'm sure, don't share the exact same sentiment. But what lessons have your work life taught you in the past?
We're gonna edit, right?
Yeah, we'll edit. We'll definitely edit.
What lessons?
Give us one.
Read me the question again.
Sure. Like what lessons has, or a lesson that your work life has taught you? Just, I mean, patience or
No,
not patience?
Just be conscious of, you have to be conscious of other drivers. You have to definitely drive defensively, because anything can happen on the road, anything can happen. I'm just like aware of a lot of things. You just have to be aware of your surroundings all the time, And definitely, the new rule, no texting, because, I've seen some things happen on the highway, and it's like, you just don't text and drive, really.
Quick little PSA announcement, huh?
Yeah.
And so tell me one of your favorite stories from work.
Obviously the little dog story. I was coming back from Franklinton, Louisiana, and someone just dropped a dog, a basset hound, on the highway, and he was just sitting almost. That's another reason you need to be conscious, because I saw the driver in front of me swerve to the left, and I didn't know what was going on, and I swerved to the right when I got up on the dog, and I kind of passed it up, and I was in shock. I was like, there was a dog just standing in the street, and he didn't move. Most dogs, try to run or whatever. So I turned my car around, went back up to him, and he ran over to the car and just like jumped in my car. And I was like, okay, no tags or anything, but you could see like a collar line where somebody took the tag off. So I went to the first house that we were in front of and asked the lady if it was her dog, and she said no. So I went to the next house over, and the guy came out, and we were trying to figure out what to do, where to take it, because most places when you bring a dog, they euthanize them. They don't, and he was telling me that there was a new animal society in Abita Springs, and they wouldn't put him down, but he couldn't keep the dog there that night because he had to go somewhere. So I packed him back in the car and brought him back to Metairie, to my house. And I have 2 dogs of my own, and they weren't too pleased. So I made him a little pallet outside with his water bowl and everything. And he howled a little while. And then the next morning I got up and I drove him to the Abita Springs facility, and they took him in for me.
Oh, that's a great story.
Why was it important to you to rescue that dog?
I am a dog lover, and I mean, if I could find a place, and like every stray dog that I saw on the street, if there was like a big warehouse where I would take them and put them there and just have someone, just feed them and provide for them, because I don't like to see, people abusive to dogs, and I just love animals, mainly dogs, so I'm just a dog lover. After Katrina, I used to work for DHL, and they had a lot of stray dogs, and I would just buy dog food and put it on the corners for them, because I know they didn't, there was nobody there to take care of them or whatever. So, I'm just an animal lover, and I can't believe that somebody would just put a dog out in the street instead of just, drop him off at a shelter. Come on, he could have been killed. I actually could have hit him, and I really would have felt bad.
Have you followed up with the dog since then? Given a name?
No, I said I was going to call the people. Actually, when I dropped them off, they said a lady had called, like they have frequent callers looking for certain types of dogs. And she said a lady was looking for a basset hound, so I'm hoping, you know, they picked him up and, you know, he's in a good home now. But I know he was in a good place where I left him, you know, that's a loving, you know, they newly built facility, you know, so I was glad.
Anything else?
Huh? That's pretty good.
Yeah. Say your name again. Say Tracey Edwards. Identify what QCS since whatever.
Okay. My name is Tracey Edwards, and I've been a driver with QCS Logistics since 2002.
Yeah. Good.
Very good.
Yeah.